Hey YouTube, coming at you with a Great League team submitted by Reese, and he says, "Hey Dan, I've been watching your videos for a few months now and have learned a lot from you. That being said, I found myself hard stuck at 2100 ELO. I realize I'm making a lot of mistakes, but I find it hard to think and make good decisions in the moment. I think maybe one of the biggest things I could improve on is my fast move timing. Let me know what you think." So the team is marowak, dusclops, Blastoise. I overall like the Pokemon on this team, despite Marowak not being a shadow, which I do usually prefer. But, you know, Marowak's very spammy and pretty strong. Blastoise and Dusclops are both very safe and spammy and overall good. You are double weak to, the only thing I was noticing, you are double weak to grass on this team. So if you have like a grass lead, there isn't a ton of grass. You know what? I always keep saying this. There is not a ton of grass, so you can get by with being sort of double weak to grass. That's not the biggest issue, but you do have a double grass weakness. Otherwise, I think you can use Dusclops or Blastoise as a safe swap depending on what you see on the lead. Like if you see a water lead, I think you go either way depending on what the water is. So let's take a look at how it plays out. Clodsire. So great lead. They're going to have to get out of this matchup. And they go into Sableye. So staying in, they get to the foul play. Foul play got nerfed this season, so it wouldn't do a ton. It would chip, but it wouldn't do a ton of damage. Staying in this matchup, I mean, I guess you do have Blastoise and Dusclops. Both of them can kind of deal with Clodsire if you need to, but eventually getting into Blastoise here. Blastoise has some bulk, so these foul plays are not going to do too much. You know, I guess the claws do add up enough here. Land the Hydro. Can we roll it down? We can't. Can we live a foul play from this range? Probably is my guess. Close. Yeah, do live it. If Azumarill comes in, getting off the Skull Bash here, this will do some okay chip. And now we just align Dusclops, and then we get the Marowak back on the thing, on the Clodsire. You let every move go here. So they land the Play Rough, that's fine. They eventually try and catch on Clodsire. Do chip here. I don't even know if this chip is worth it, just given how dominant of a matchup that Marowak has. You can live any move here. Getting to the, the fast move timing is off there, but you're going to probably take it out here anyway, so it doesn't matter too much. And getting to another move here. This will land. Probably get some good chip damage. They're going to try and farm down, but at this point the damage is done. You'll live one move too, so you can shield up the first one or let the first move go. Does not matter. Dusclops has enough bulk to live anything that this, even a Hydro you probably live from this range, quite honestly. But it's just an Ice Beam. Getting to the next move, and we'll take it out here. Dedenne, another great lead, so they're gonna have to leave immediately, and they leave into Dugong. So yeah, you're way too slow on these. I get it. You have Rock Slide, and you did grab a shield. Blastoise is such an easy answer, in my opinion. Like, Ice is resisted, so their fast moves are resisted, and the one charge move is resisted. Your rollout is super effective. You can neutral Skull Bashes. They only have non-stab Joe Run, so it's going to take 3 of those to take you out. You did grab a shield, but you did let the Marowak get chipped quite a bit there. But you did grab a shield. You did keep switch. Getting to a Hydro here on Dedenne, which is nice. They are, I was going to say sacrificing it, but can it be Play Rough? I was not counting. If it is Play Rough, yeah. If it was Play Rough, I feel like that was one I would have probably shielded. Just because you don't know what's in the back yet, and you have Dusclops in the back here, which can just take so much damage. So I think I personally, just not knowing what's in the back, would have shielded. Because, like, worst case scenario, let's say, I mean, you get like a Dark, or you get a normal typing that resists the Hex and Shadow Punch. Like, you need that Marowak. So whenever I can avoid going blind to shield in the back, I try to. And getting farmed down here is also not ideal. I mean, not getting farmed down, but getting taken out. Going to try and farm down here. Do have a move, so you will win this matchup, but yeah, probably a lot closer than it needed to be. Okay, Talonflame. So this is kind of a weird one. You're both getting to the charge move at the same time. Your charge move will one-shot. You are shielding. They do go Brave Bird, which is kind of interesting. Because now they're going to have to probably get out into something and you'll just win switch here. And that something is a Azumarill going into Blastoise pretty quick. Blastoise much better in this matchup, having the Skull Bash. Plurf does land. Does a good amount of chip. But with boosting your defense here, it's still going to be pretty tight. Yeah, so if you're going to shield one, you always shield up the first one, because then your Skull Bash boosts your defense. So if you just know you're going to shield Blastoise anyways, just shield up the first, play rough. And it's a Wiggly in the back. So Dusclops is going to have a tough time here because Wiggly is half normal. That does land, which is pretty nice. You know what? At this point, I think you have to go Dusclops because Wiggly has energy. You don't want your Marowak to go down here. Because I wouldn't take the super effective... I thought they would get to the Ice Beam. I wouldn't have taken the super effective Ice Beam here. I would have just like forced them to throw on Dusclops and then tried to run Marowak as your win con. And you got a chip there too. Yeah. The good news is you'll probably live a Brave Bird. Let's see. If they shield, you have a potential win con here. Because now you can CMP tie. But now you can't because they're going to win. Oh, yeah, did win CMP tie. That's nice. Okay, that was your win con. They could not have shielded up the first one. So for those of you who kind of don't understand why that was their sort of lose con. One Brave Bird was close, as we saw there, but it was never going to take out Dusclops. Dusclops is just too bulky. So they basically had to go 2 moves, and we had 2 moves. So they had to like let the first move go, knowing they live, and then land one of the moves, and then take it out on the next one, sort of thing. I think I explained that properly, but if I did not, I'm sure people will correct me. Okay, Primeape. You always let the first Rage Fist go, and honestly, on Dusclops, you may no, okay, no, maybe not. There's some Pokemon that you let the first 2 Rage Fists go. But this thing chipped you a ton, so I think this one would take out here. And getting this off before they get to the next Rage Fist. They do take you down. They may just try and come and Incinerate down, which is going to be actually pretty tough for you. Because if they Incinerate down, they're coming out with a ton of energy here. Like 100 energy. And yeah, you got to chip, man. If you're not going to get to the moves... And you say you don't know fast move timing is one of the things you have issues with. Like if you don't know the timings on moves, you need to have a mental clock in your head of when these moves are going to register. So getting to the Hydro Cannon, I think you just instant swap here or try to catch here. They did hold back. This will be the Earth Power. Not enough to take out. Farmed up a little bit. I assume they'll just let go and try and incinerate you down and come out with it. Yeah, as they should. 100% you chip here. And now they have a move coming out and they're going to win CMP. Even if you had a move, they're going to win CMP. Yeah. Altaria, terrible lead. You have to get out of here. I know you have Rock Slide, and I know Rock Slide's super effective. This is like the 3rd time you've kind of done this against Flyers. You have better answers for Flyers. You have Dusclops with an Ice Punch. You have Blastoise with Rollout. You can deal with Flyers in the back. Like, to stay in, I understand you have the Rock Slide, which is super effective, but you're non-Shadow. It's non-Stab, same type attack bonus. So you're basically just letting your opponent do an insane amount of fast move damage. To you. What your opponent is doing, I don't know, 2100 elo things, like how you grabbed 2 shield from them and almost still took them out, like without them throwing many charge moves. I don't know. Okay, again, Azumarill lands the player off, and I have a feeling because our Dusclops is low and our Marowak's low, your mate shield this one up. Which again, if you're just going to boost your defense anyways, just shield up the first one. So Hydro is enough to take out from this range. So correct move here. Altaria. And a couple Hydros here. Whiscash. Couple Hydros here. Won't quite take out, but we'll put it low enough. My man, what are you doing? This this is probably like the third, catching, because you have to, well, it should have been a cakewalk here. You have to catch, do take it out. You got to start chipping here. Yeah, I think it's like, you said you have problems with fast move timing. I don't even think it's fast move timing. It's probably just like, just overall counts. Because fast move timing is trying to do your fast moves and charge moves in the optimal amount of time to limit their fast moves. So if you have a 3-turn move and they have a 5-turn move, and let's say you both have energy, your ideal fast move timing is 3 of your fast moves to make 9 versus their 2 incinerates to make 10. So you're only giving them 1 extra bit of energy. That's sort of fast move timing. What I'm seeing with you is you just don't even know how much these fast moves are doing to you, and it's and the counts. You don't even know the counts of your opponents. So what you're basically doing is you are going down with energy constantly. I think I've seen you go down with at least 3 to 4 charge moves in like 5 matchups here. So I think you just need to be better aware of like your opponent's energy. Don't even worry about trying to optimize fast moves. Just kind of be aware of where they are in their energy count. And again, this is from someone who does not count moves. But again, I don't count moves, but I got to clock it. I shouldn't say I don't count moves, because I count moves on the Pokemon I know. Like, I know Drapions 4s, Aquatail, and 5s Crunch. I know for Alligators 5 and 7. For Hydro and Ice Beam. I know. Like, it takes 15 to get to the first, like, Brave Bird on Talonflame. Like, so I know some. I shouldn't say, like, I just don't count at all. But for the majority of the time, I don't count. And I'm just playing by kind of feel. Like, I know a move is coming at about this time. I know they're going to try to get to a certain amount of energy before throwing. So you kind of just, like, play it that way. Okay. Again, like, this is an instant swap. You have resisted Mud Slaps. I understand you have a super effective Rock Slide, but in the process, you're doing no damage. You let them get to a move. They grabbed a shield from you, eventually coming in with Blastoise. I don't even know if Blastoise is the right play because, well, Rollout is super effective. But like X-Scissor and Bug would be resisted on the Ghost. But do have energy here. Here comes first Hydro. Yeah, every move is resisted, so Hydro is correct. Just keep spamming these. These will actually start adding up here. And then eventually instant swapping. Yeah, I guess don't get farmed down, but behind on energy into a loaded Jellicent is a tough one here. And now burning. And then the Fortress on the lead, and we have no shields here. Do get off a Hydro. Honestly, hope this thing doesn't have Earthquake. Is your win con here? Because if it just has Sand Tomb and Rock Tomb, now you got a chance. So getting to the Bone Club here. Not enough to take out. They do come in with Jellicent, so we'll take this out. And hope that resists. Yeah, you have to try. Yeah. Brutal. Okay. Greninja. Ooh, frig. Um, honestly, yeah, maybe try and catch a move on Blastoise. Grab a shield here, and then I would probably go like 1 and catch on Blastoise is basically the only chance you have. There, exactly. That's 100% the play that I would do as well. Get hit with the Morpeko. You know what? It does not matter. You had to make that play. So I don't even think this was the wrong play despite getting just boomed here. This is just a very tough team for you. They're on their second Dark Pokemon. Who cares about typings? You have to commit the shield because the Dark Aura Wheel will just blast you. Committing to the farm down. You have a ton of energy, so if the Greninja comes in, you can start spamming here. They do get the fast move through, which is unfortunate. But that almost took them out. They do come in with the Talonflame. Letting that go, knowing that you just dumped right away. Oh. And I guess they like, you just spam 2 Bone Clubs. You definitely don't have a move. We got to move. So landing the double super effective Rock Slide to take them out and take that matchup there. Medi. Holy smokes. Haven't seen a Medi in forever. Okay. You know, this thing's bulky. May have Ice Punch. They do end up shielding your first move. So that's fine. You can live an Ice Punch here. Oh, it's just a Power Punch. Okay. Into another Bone Club. This will chip. Will not take out because Medi is very bulky. If they just go Power Punch again, yeah, I was going to say, if they just go Power Punch again, you could probably just let that go. Getting to another Bone Club. They may shield. They're double boosted here. I think you just eat it on Dusclops. So even if it's a Psychic, like, who cares? And it is a Azumarill. If you're going to go in with Blastoise, you probably just make that switch sooner. If not, you just play out this matchup and just let this go and try and sweep with Blastoise. Yeah, that's fine. Instant swap now, though. Okay, that's fine. I don't mind that at all. They catch the friggin' Skull Bash on a Bastiodon. Brutal. Okay, so you're definitely... I think you're right here. I think you're just making sure you have 100 energy at all time so that you can land a potential Skull Bash if the Azumarill comes back in. I would have even gone a bit more, but I don't even know if this Hydro takes out. Now you have to catch. No, you're just going to take it out before. My only concern is I think the Azumarill's got some energy here. And Bubbles resisted, so going for that Skull Bash. Do we have energy on the Dusclops? I think so. Oh, almost an overtap. Do get to the move. This should be enough to take out. How many we got here left? Maybe 1 or 2 more? Just 1 more. Marowak into Marowak. 0 attack. Nice for the bulk. Bad for the mirror match. So just going for that extra fast move, just assuming we are going to lose CMP anyways. Bone Club lands. Does not take out, obviously. But now you have to kind of go back to back and just hope that they don't. See, this is one that you won't think of much because it's such a mental thing that a lot of people do here. I don't know what it is. And it's the reason that I talk about how you can catch so often with throwing 1 fast move and then catching, like you did on that Greninja there. Like how I said, I would throw 1 fast move and then catch on the Blastoise. And that's what you did, and you caught. There's something in this game that it's a mental thing I see with so many people. And I don't know why. They feel like they have to throw a fast move before throwing a charge move. That Marowak has a Bone Club. That Marowak wins CMP. That Marowak should be throwing that Bone Club immediately. But it didn't. So that's why I said you need to go back to back here, because I think that they were going to go for the extra fast move because it's just a mental thing. Meanwhile, you already had that second Bone Club. You could have chipped it or grabbed another shield there. So the fact that you went one extra fast move, because that's just what most people do, is a mental thing. I don't know why. Lead you to a CMP loss because you have the 0 attack and you're going to lose CMP anyways. So yeah, it's a weird one. I don't know why people do it. And now getting just farmed down. Yeah, just eat it on the dust. Blastoise is bulky too, but yeah, just eat it on the dusclops because rollout is resisted. What are they doing? Okay, they just let like 3 fast moves go for some reason. Dunsparce, you should be instant swapping. When you have such a bad matchup against something that double resists 2 of your moves, like you should be instant swapping into your Blastoise just to see what's in the back. There's no point of dumping all this energy and letting them get energy. You can live a drill run and rock slide here, so you can let the first one go. And it is a Annihilate. So it'll probably take 2 to take out. You have to shield because you need to try and chip. You also need to try and come out with energy because if you throw right away, I think they make it to another move here. Oh no, you'll win CMP here. Okay, snipe. Would you win CMP against the Dunsparce? I don't know. But you come in. I think you can live a drill run because you're just so bulky. They're trying. They've got 2 moves. So if this takes you out, you lose. If it doesn't, you win. Yeah, okay. Just the bulk on Dusclops is just so overpowering at times. Okay. I think your biggest issue, like I said, I think your issue is you don't like have an idea of how much energy your opponent has. I think that's the biggest issue. I also think some of the typing decisions I don't like. Like, again, there was multiple times, there was at least 4 or 5 times where you had a flyer lead or you had that Gliscopod safe swap that you're like, I have a super effective rock slide on Marowak. I'm going to stand and take it out there. When you have like better answers in the back, or like it's going to cost you a shield. I just think that there's better ways to play those ones out. Anyways, hope that was helpful. I feel like sometimes I help and sometimes I feel like I don't. But hopefully some of that was helpful. Anyways, that is it. Thanks for watching. For those of you watching the Play Pokemon Championship this weekend, enjoy. I'll be driving. It's a 5-hour drive. It's over 5 hour. Well, if you're driving from where I am to where my parents' place is, and there's no traffic, it's 5 hours. If there is traffic, it's like 6+ hours. And when you have stops and kids, it's like 7 to 8 hours. It just depends. It can get out of control. So traveling with kids sucks. Like the difference between when I travel with my kids to my parents' place and then when I go stay with my parents for like the Toronto regional and I just drive myself down, it's just like night and day, the drive. It's just so much more relaxing. I get to listen to my music. I can stop when I want. And the kids are stopping constantly and you have to listen to their music and they listen to freaking all over the place, not my style. Anyways, that is it. That's enough ranting. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.